What's good, YouTube? Back again with another one. We at the usual charging station now. It's slowly starting to form a habit. Um, Back with the front camera. Once again, my videos are not in order anymore. So, I mean, at least for the short period, because they were uploaded privately and it was like that for weeks, and then for a week at least, and then I had to put them publicly. But then going back and forth and doing the same thing through my phone, I basically started to scatter. And then when it came back on, it was just like not really like on the order that I created them. So I don't know what that's gonna mean, but it did seem like some of my videos got to others, for at least like 2-3 other people. One of my videos got 4 views, and I don't think I went to my other channels to click them. Unfortunately, though, no one subscribed after watching them, so we gotta do a little better. But it's still kind of moving because it got viewed. So obviously, I don't know who's viewing my video, so I'm very, I'm very cautious of that. But this is what we're here for. So I am so glad that yesterday too, I finally cleaned myself up a little bit, because coming on camera and stuff like that looking rough. That's why this channel is only on purpose. Obviously, this is about my journey. Like the past couple weeks, I look like how I felt. Basically, I was going through a couple things, which I still am. Basically, yesterday the car got picked up. That's a big part of my freedom. My car. That's how I made money the past 2 years and things like that. But unfortunately, the damage it's not beyond repair, but it's not worth, like, at least from the dealer, like they asked for $16,000 to basically, align it. They want me to get new tires, of course. Then the transfer case, the front one alone was $6,000, and then the back was like $4,000, and then everything else is like, the other alignment, all those other things. And I'm just saying, like, if I sent it to another shop, even if it was just a fraction of that, it's still, to say I'm gonna put like $6,000 on there, $4,000, it's still crazy. Parts alone probably come up to that. So that's what it came up to, man. It shook me up a little bit, because now it's like I'm going from having the car and basically me even getting the job, because the whole point was that I don't want to work a regular job. I just kind of want to make my money, save it the way I was making it, obviously, save it and start the business, versus waiting 2 weeks for a check. And basically, when I want to get up and go do something, I have to kind of, put the faith on somebody else's hands. So the car, yeah, that had me shook up a little bit. But the good thing was, I did think the job was a good idea before I even could foresee my car going out for good. So once I got my first check, I just thought, all right, I'm about to throw like $1,500 at it, and I'm gonna be up and running. But news was, that wasn't gonna solve the issue. So I'm glad I'm kind of just ready to move on from that, But it is such a big deal to me, man. A car has always been, in my adult years, has always been my thing. Even if it was just to get to work, I just never really looked forward to knowing a bus route. Like, even just going out with my friends, I've always been somebody who drives. I'm never like, yo, pick me up. Like, even if I had to do that for a short while, the inconvenience never really worked for me. So me having a car is very important. That's why at this time I'm rolling with a rental. I'm really running around the city when I'm not at work, because I kind of talk about my work schedule right now. It gives me a place to the beginning of the week to just basically get 40 hours in, 40 plus hours, and then at the tail end of the week, I'm basically working 8 to 12 hours from, mostly I'd say like today I did 8 hours. I don't push it like that unless the opportunity is really obvious, like, but it's summertime, school is out, Uber is just not, it's okay, but it's not like, the way I've seen it in other times. So I got a rental right now. It's gonna, just eliminating the insurance, which is it's a risk, basically. I don't know if that's a cat or, okay, that is a cat, right? Because there's woods back here, so I gotta make sure I know what's sneaking up on me. Okay, so like the insurance, my car note in total was coming up to about let's see, without counting gas, because there's a reason why I'm mentioning gas. So the insurance and my car note, because I went from paying besides this last 4 months, my last insurance was like $600 a month. What made me do that, because I had a lapse in insurance and I owed some money that I went to collection because I went to travel last year. Long story, right? Even though this is gonna be like because I usually do 10 minutes. I don't want to lose my thoughts, but this is gonna be a long one, because why not? I got a haircut. I'm looking better than I've been looking for the last couple videos I did on this channel. So I'm gonna be on camera for a while. And plus, we're under the lights at the parking lot, which I always appreciate those lights, because I come from a football background where we always wanted to play under the lights. So yeah, besides this truck being so loud, so I had to stay back here a little bit in the dark because I don't want it to mess up with the video. But back to the point I was making. Between my car note and it was a month, so it was like, because I'm just comparing it to how much I'm paying for the rental now. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm making like an okay profit from working. So I'm just doing the quick math right now, as I'm building the ship as we flying. So my car note was about, let's just say $550. My insurance, to round it up, is like $250 now. But before, like I said, it was $600, and I still had to manage to do that because, like I said, I had a lapse in insurance, and most insurance did not want to insure me unless it was some predatory quote. So I buckled up and went with Progressive. Because Progressive, because I did eventually get a discount to $400. I had to like take some stuff off. But I buckled up and went with Progressive. I think I paid the $600 for 6 months straight till I took some stuff off and brought it down to $400. But that was still too much. And then I got with Root, and then now I'm paying $250. So long story short, right? So now I'm still at $250, but this is the last, like, this next payment is due. But since I don't have the car right now, and they don't really like pause the insurance and all that stuff, so I gotta make a decision, which either call another insurance, see if they were willing to buy me out and insure me without having a car now until I get a car, or I just got to figure it out. I already called Root and they couldn't do it, so I'm gonna call another major one. But I'm trying to pay like $100 per month for now, just to not have a lapse in insurance, because when that happens, your rates go back up. I just don't want to start over, and I'm probably, if my money get right, I'm probably gonna buy a car, maybe right away, right? Because I just made another decision, but I don't want to get off topic yet. So yeah, so I was paying $550 as a round off, and then $250. That's about $800, and then that with that premium gas, maybe let's just say a round off $60 every 1.5 days. So what's the math? Quick math. $50, 50, 60, 50, 100, 150, 300. Let's just say $400 a week in gas. That's kind of a lot. $400 a week. I really want to be one, but let me just say $300 a week. I don't even want to feel like that. Like 300, that's like 6, that's like $1,200 a month. So $1,200 plus the $800. So that's $2,000 to operate that car. And like I said, I was using it for Uber full time. So now, like I said, I took a job, which I'm like, I want to travel, but whenever I leave the country and I'm not driving Uber, I don't really have a safety net, and let alone, just something that, because, Uber, you got to be all in, you got to be 12 hours. When you're not here, the money stop, and God forbid your car break down, you got to get to the rental. So let me compare the rental real quick. So the rental itself is set at, I think I got it at 3, was it like a 349, 350 as a round off? It's a Tesla, so I think it's like 350. But the reason why I'm a little off by it is because every time I charge it, when they renew it per week, it comes off to about $420. As of right now, it's like $420. So $420 times, quick math again, for the month, let's just say, all right, 4, 8, 12, 16, 1,600. Okay, I'm just about as close to plus the 20. So 16, 1,700, almost like 1,800. So 2,000 versus 1,800 minus the insurance, of course, because I pay that every week. So all right, I'm okay with that. Like, that's something I would have just do in my thoughts and I thought about it, and at first I thought I rounded to 500 because I didn't know how much charging I was gonna be doing. But because I'm not driving full time, when I go to work, I just park it between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday morning. So I'm like, it's not really, I don't have to charge it repeatedly. And there's a benefit when I just come and charge it here at the parking lot at 12, between 10, 12, overnight, is because it's like 27 cents per minute or whatever. But between the daytime, it's like, 40 something cents. So they'll charge you between $20 versus being charged a little less than $10 charging it this late. So I'm saving money there. So as long as I don't find myself charging middle of the day, I do my schedule, I get charged, so I think I'm saving like a couple 100 or 200 driving this than my car, but I'm not making as much. I'll say that because I'm only like Thursday, like at least this week, it's only been 2 weeks, so Thursday wasn't that crazy. And usually I'm not trying to burn myself out because I really, I'm really benefiting off Saturday and Sunday. So Thursday is not really, I just come out, I do it just to have a little pocket change. Let's just say I ate through DoorDash the whole Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I just, I kind of just replaced that by driving Thursday. That's what I did last Thursday. And then today, which is Friday, I had one of my better days. Like right now, it's I just did like a low 214, and I didn't have to get money out of that to pump gas. So plus there's a bunch of bonuses that I'm about to hit by tomorrow and Sunday for just driving an electric vehicle. So I think I'm about to see a break. I didn't really want to break that down, but that took majority of the video. But we got time, and knowing that at least 1, 2, 3 people are viewing, I'm trying to speak as clear as possible. Maybe that will help somebody. So let me move on to the really, really good stuff. So I hope you're following and you made it this far, and I hope all this noise is not really stopping you from continuing to watch this video. So that's what's going on right now, right? Because that's important. So lately I've been, the reason why I'm even on YouTube is because one, it's a little therapeutic for me. I want to get better. Like I have several other channels for traveling purposes and just sharing information basically. So the next thing in line is I just came from Colombia last month, and I was ready to start using the benefit of having this job. And basically one weekend I could drive for the flight money, and then the next weekend I could drive for the spending money or the Airbnb. And then I would leave once a month or twice a month. But guess what? Without the car and, just having this car sitting without making any money while I'm renting it looks a little backwards. So I'm just going to keep driving and try to see how well my money could get up, because I do get to cash out something in November that I'm also paying every 2 weeks. So I'm just trying to see how that work out. So it's very major for me to say, I might actually be sitting till maybe October, if not November and December, because I did want it to go away for this month and also maybe the second week of August. Might be something I do or not, but I'll keep you guys posted. I'm gonna start working on my other channel as well, Make It Worthwhile, and I also have Make It Worthwhile Travels. Just to fill you in a little bit, is just I just want to monetize anything I'm doing. So while I'm doing it, if I could pull out my camera and show somebody what's going on, then I will do that. I would break it down, record it if I'm on a vacation, or if I'm at work and I just kind of want to pull my camera or a microphone and just kind of break it down a little bit like I'm doing right now. But this channel is not called Make It Worthwhile. It's called Only on Purpose, meaning you might judge me for coming on and talking about things that I don't talk to anybody about, things that I don't have a friend that I want to burden with it, but I'll put it on here because I know that I'm not the only one going on. do this. So some people might be like, why would he post that? Why, like, but it's a journey. Like, look at me, I clean up nice, but my last video I uploaded, my hair was looking crazy, my beard was wild. But yesterday I thought I had a date. And long story short, the girl forgot, because I approached her like late night coming from a party, so sometimes you don't get a chance to make your best impression. But I did give her a ride and whatever, and that was that. She showed interest when we texting, but at the same time, this is the second time where she like, oh yeah, let's go there, let's do it at, I initiated the first time, but 2 times in a row, basically. The first time she fell asleep because she said, oh yeah, let's go at this afternoon, because blah blah blah. She fell asleep. The second time she had to do some graduation. I'm giving too much details, but it's very deep in the video where who the fuck cares. But anyways, so she flopped twice, but in the process I got me a haircut, so I'm on here on screen looking a little better. Like I said, it's only on purpose, so therefore I look a little cleaner. It's good for the camera, it's good for my channel. But also, whenever you see me down a little bit, like I said in the beginning of this video, I look like how I was feeling. And the whole purpose is me demonstrating how I could come from the bottom up. So whenever you see me doing a lot better, which I will like to, it's time for a win for me. I've been through a lot of stuff. I take a lot of L's. Like I said, I got student loans that I'm paying interest. I'm gonna start paying with high interest at this point, because I think it went up $10,000 before I could even make my first payment. I got that, and then this car thing, once they auction it and want me to pay the difference, I done already paid $12,000 on it, and now it's only worth like less than $7,000. So whatever they sell it off for, they gonna want me to, outside of the $12,000 I paid on it, they gonna want me to, whatever they get from it, I had like $17,000 on it to pay off. So I'm sure they're gonna, it's gonna be hell basket. But I'm bracing myself. Like I said, I'm here for the win. So another thing I was telling myself is that I can't go to sleep at this job and think that's all I deserve. Like when I got my first check, which was for like 2.5, it was basically two checks put together. Obviously the way they put it, I got taxed because it was accumulating like 130 something hours. So I got taxed versus if I got it individually, I would have seen a little bit more of it. I don't know. So once I got that check and I'm like, oh, this is for 130 something hours, I'm like, nah. I was making that, almost in 1 week, just driving 12 hours without tax. I was seeing it in 1 week, and I'm like, man, I done came here for a whole month and this is what I'm getting. So I was like, it's still cool, it's still a check, but that's why I drive on the weekend, obviously. So I could at least cover like a little extra 900, maybe almost 1,000. Like I said, this is the second week with the job and driving Uber that I'm gonna have with it, so I'm trying to see. So yeah, when I saw that, I was just like, man, if I'm paying off debt with it, like that's the reason why I need a pause. Like I just have to see how much money can I save, and then by November when I cash out, I'm trying to put, have a little extra $10,000-$15,000 and see either if I can make a major move, go somewhere, or buy buy something for the business, like start my LLC, have a transporting van, either walk away from the job or try to, but either way it's still gonna be a challenge because like I need 50K in a month, 2-3 months, not making 50K for the year. Like that's the type of, that's the type of closing I need. So I need 50K to just get rid of my debt. Then I need 50K again, like, that's just the minimum. Like I just want to take off, man. And I don't think that should take 20 years to do, That's something I need to figure out within the next 3 to 5 years and just be living, man. Cause I'm in America. I don't down talk America like I initially wanted to, because this is the only place you're gonna get the opportunity to open your mind and see what you're capable of. I mean, there's other places, but coming from where I come from and taking it for granted for a short time, and then now I'm like, yo, yeah, I like these other countries, but I'm not gonna be able to work, make money, or have the opportunity to think about making 50K in 2-3 months, or have the money that I make have that much value in other countries, let alone my passport and all that stuff. So yeah, some real stuff, man, some real stuff. So long story short, I got a haircut. I'm back on camera. I'm on the parking lot. Initially, I was just gonna record the lot like I did the past 2 times, but I'm like, nah. While the haircut's still fresh, let me come up and, I wish it was just a live stream I was clicking, but this is just a regular video. Now, now that I know that people are watching, or at least the video is getting pushed, I definitely got to hold the people's attention, because who should give a fuck that I'm talking, like, or what I'm talking about. And I'm not clickbaiting anybody. I don't have a thumbnail yet, but soon I will. So my next investment is gonna definitely be a laptop, so I could do a little editing, because the job does permit me to sit around and have, but I'm gonna start by working out as well, doing my little push-ups. So I gotta find a way to fill my time in if I'm not gonna be traveling like I wanted to. So yeah, I'm still slowly climbing myself out of the hole. It's been a major setback from the time I started this initial journey for this channel. Like my car thing is definitely a setback, which I don't know how major it is yet, but it's a setback, and I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. I just think that I need to continue to figure it out. This truck finally lowered its stop. By the way, I wanted to drive trucks, but I don't think I'm going that route. It just seemed like a headache. Yeah, it could be good money, but I'm gonna go the box truck way, because I want to be an owner operator right away. I'm not gonna be driving somebody else's box truck. But I'm still gonna try to learn the game too. So it's like it's gonna be trials and error. So like I could come up with like 15K, but if I just put that on a truck and try to drive, I do feel like the minute like that my business could go in the toilet the minute I need my first major maintenance. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot. So I might get me I need a vehicle. I need a van or something, I know I want to try a roadie. It's not paying crazy shit, but maybe if I could do like big loads and stuff like that, and I don't know, but I need something, obviously. I need a A and B car for when I'm not trying to rent this for a couple weekends, because I might want to be driving my van, just doing that on, on maybe Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, my car could do trips. Maybe I'll use that car. I don't know, but it's not the video I should be brainstorming. You know, I keep doing that. But I'm gonna close this one out. It's 30 minutes in. I'm glad I was able to just do it. I hope, you know, I hope I could just get a little better sooner than later. You know, I was starting to be discouraged about the channel because it wasn't being pushed to anybody, but at least people are clicking it. Whether they just clicked it and then, you know, click next, it is what it is. I didn't start tagging anything yet until I know I cooked something really good. Like maybe I'll tag a popular tag, because, you know, there's spaces like this. Maybe I'll put you know, I gotta get better with my titles, but we're just gonna close this one out. It was nice talking to y'all. I'll see you on the next one. All right, so if you click this and you made it this far watching this video, subscribe, because there's gonna be a lot more, and I'm gonna keep coming at y'all. Keep coming, pause, until, you know, I'm somebody in this space. All right, we out. Peace.